Shares of Chinese seafood companies are jumping after the customs authority said the nation will suspend imports of aquatic products from Japan. This comes in response to Japan's plan to start releasing treated wastewater from the Fukushima nuclear plant into the Pacific Ocean starting today. Joining us now on the phone, Bloomberg's Stapczynski joining the program here. Stephen, you've been all over the story. You've already seen reports of hoarding when it comes to seafood and things like salt. Talk to us about the market read-through here, the commodities read-through of this very controversial move by Japan.
You know, I think that you have to look at it in the lens of geopolitics, because China, for the longest time, has been banging the drum saying, please don't do this. We don't want this to happen. And now that Japan started today, the release, you're seeing that reaction. The reaction is probably a surprise, maybe to the government, at least it surprises some analysts that we spoke with, that China was going to stop imports of Japanese seafood. Now, China is the biggest market for Japan for seafood. They make up about $500 million of trade last year. And because of that, you're going to see, local seafood firms in China do better because their sales are going to obviously rise. You're likely going to see similar things with other seafood companies and stocks in other parts of the world. At the same time, there are threats that maybe this will disrupt other parts of trade. With seafood now, what's next? Could it be rare earths? Could it be other sorts of refined products from Japan? That's going to be on the thoughts of everyone going forward. But I think that this issue has become larger than just simply a water safety thing. Has become a supply chain and a trade problem, and it's something that the Japanese government is likely going to try to figure out a way to solve before it further spirals out of control.
Yeah, well, you have to wonder how they're going to solve that. But the Bloomberg reporting is suggesting they have to kind of leak this water into the oceans for about 30 years. So does China keep these measures in place for that long, I guess, is a question. What's next to look at in this kind of evolving story then, Stephen?
Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, the Fukushima disaster is going to require decades to kind of solve. But I think one thing to look at is whether the government levels, are they going to continue talks, and whether policymakers will keep going to the country.